A local nonprofit giving our Dyess service members a home away from home is in need of host families. Here to tell us how you can help is Cameron Wiley and Kelly Turner. Now, you both are on the board of Home Away from Home, correct?
We are.
That is correct.
All right, so Kelly, what made you want to be a part of this?
So I came from a military background. My father was in the military, and so really coming back to Dyess, I just was able to see the need and the impact that we need to make.
And so obviously, Cameron, you are an airman at Dyess, so what made you want to really jump on board and be a part of this?
So, I mean, like anyone that joins the military, you know, it's the change is 24 hours. I mean, you go from your comfort zone, being at home, being with your family, to now you're thrown in a pretty stressful environment on purpose, you know, and especially when you get to your first duty station after your training, you could be from a big city, small town, but the atmosphere is different. You don't know anyone, and so this program really it sheds light on that, and it helps our airmen that are coming in that aren't from the area to kind of learn about the area and try to get a little bit more comfortable with being here. And
I know you want to talk about just how big an impact these families can make on these young airmen, because a lot of them are going through maybe depression, other things in their first year of being in the Air Force, right?
Right, absolutely. So we've done a lot of research whenever looking into this nonprofit and showing that the Veterans Affairs actually did a study last year showing that on average 20 men and women in the military on average every day do commit suicide. And so those are staggering numbers. If you add it all up, it's more than 7,400 a year. And so that was one of the biggest things that we saw. You know, Richard Dyess did a research study in Fort Bragg and showed us that the #1 stressor, which is lethal, is going to be lack of communication and relationships, which is where our nonprofit kind of comes into play. All we do is we partner them with someone in the community, and they have someone to speak and go out to.
Let's talk about these families, Cameron. What type of families are you looking for to take these airmen in?
Motivated families, you know, families that, and we were just talking about this earlier, you know, we're not asking for anyone's money, we're just asking for a little bit of time. And, you know, these are adults, I know this kind of sounds like, you know, we're trying to carry a kid around, but these are just adults that we're just trying to introduce them to our city. You know, we've got a great town, we've got a lot of stuff to do, and it gets them out of their dorm room, gets them out to the base, and kind of introduces them to stuff to do out there. And so we're just looking for families that are willing to take the time and take them out to dinner, you know, show them around town, show them around downtown and all the stuff going on up there. So
how do families get in touch with you guys? How do they go through the process to become a host family?
Oh, of course. So we have a lot of different avenues that you can take. The first one's going to be, we've got a Facebook page, we've got a website, myabbeyhome.org.
myabbeyhome.org.
And so there are a bunch of different ways that you can get a hold of us. We have contact information that we can provide also after the show of phone numbers. But really, it's just going to be reaching out. If you have any questions, or really if you've even questioned yourself, you know, how you're making an impact in the military, if you can't answer that, let us show you the way. Let us show you how. And
so, Cameron, I know you talked to a lot of airmen who have probably been in this program. What are they saying about it?
They absolutely love it. And as a matter of fact, there's a lot of airmen that are still a part of it. I mean, they've been here a year and a half, 2 years, and they've built a relationship with their host family, is what we call them. But they've built a relationship with those folks. She's a host family as well, so she has some airmen.
3 of my own.
3 of them. And a lot of them will stay and just keep in touch. They become friends, essentially, and just hang out. And so every airman that I've talked to so far loves the program. And so we need families, though. We need families.
So you're in pretty much a desperate need for families, because how many airmen are really looking for these host families?
Well, so every month we go and talk to the brand new class of airmen, because we get new airmen every month into Dyess, and we're talking maybe classes anywhere between 30 and 50 airmen.
Wow.
Now, not every airman volunteers to be a part of the program. It's all voluntary, just like our host families are. But at any given time, we may have 20 airmen waiting for a host family.
Right, and that's part of the reason that I have 3 of my own. Not saying that I don't have time for them, because frankly I make time for what matters to me, and those airmen do matter. But typically the more people that we have, the more time you're going to be able to allot to that one person, and so it makes it more of a dedicated relationship. Really all we're asking is that you take on one. One difference is going to make an impact. And
I'm sure these relationships, like you said, probably last. These airmen may move on to somewhere else, but they're probably still going to stay connected to you.
Absolutely. Essentially, you're just getting a friend. So.
Okay, well, we appreciate both of you coming on today. I know you're getting ready to possibly join the military, so good luck on that endeavor. And Cameron, always a regular here. We appreciate you. 4 years.
And then I'm done with the military.
So maybe we'll get you a job here. You know, you're good on TV. So, all right, if you would like to help, you can contact Home Away from Home by calling 660-9061 or going to myabbeyhome.org, or you can find them on Facebook.